It was just after the earthquake. I got a call from our security that said there was a little boy that had been dropped off at the front gate, and they weren't sure what to do with him. So we sent our paramedic down. He came down and they found Job, and Job was a mess.
This boy who he appeared to be burnt, severely burnt, all on his face, and he had strange marks on his arms, just clinging to one of the members of the medical team that was there. His eye was the first thing that you noticed. It was just drooping out of the stocking and just oozing, and just looked so painful. But the most traumatic thing of the whole experience was that he wouldn't let anybody look at him. He kept covering his face and covering his head. He didn't want anyone to see him. I'm assuming this comes from years of being abused or mocked or just teased in general.
And so we took him in and got him into the Comfort, USS Comfort, which is the military boat that they sent in, and they took care of him for quite a while, several weeks.
When he came to Mission of Hope and immediately went to the U.S. Comfort, there's blogs that they describe Job as a wild, feral child. He was afraid of people. When he was fed, he would take his food, run to the corner, and just eat with his hands. He was diagnosed with cancer in his right eye. They removed his right eye. They've gotten clean margins around that. And he also has, and that's where the cancer came from, he has a skin condition called XP, which it means he's allergic to the sun. And his skin can't, even 2 minutes exposure to sunlight does damage to his skin, and his skin doesn't repair at all.
Since Job has been at Mission of Hope, he's just so happy. It's unbelievable to see that just 2 months ago. You know, a child who's just, cowering in the corner and hiding his face, with 2 months of care, is this happy, laughing, playing jokes kind of child.
Every day, every single day, you can see his progress. The love and the attention, the care, he just soaked it up so much. Sparrows Home set up a program to bring orphan kids created from the earthquake into families here in the States. All these children would be medical needy that couldn't get that care in Haiti. We entered into a partnership with Mission of Hope to do this directly right after the earthquake. And so he was offered to come into that program to ultimately bring him for medical care and treatment here into the States. From the airport, we took him straight to Dell Children's Hospital in Austin, Texas. He was in Dell for 1 month. The hospital staff, literally, they started crying, the nurses, when we left. He had touched their hearts so much. The family we found for Joe had signed up, was a part of the original 70 families that had signed up that wanted to receive orphans from Haiti. This particular family already had adopted 9 children, and Extreme Makeover had come in, and it was actually the week of the earthquake. They were in Florida while their home was being built.
You know, we've always taken care of children that had special needs, and we kind of made a commitment a long time ago that if there was a child out there that we could handle, that we would take them regardless of anything. And then since we got a new house, we had room, and so we offered to help Job.
The reason that we take in children with needs is because there's so many families out there that are willing to take the perfect kids, normal kids. And so it leaves the kids that would normally not have a place, and it just leaves them left out.
I think you just kind of bond to a child that doesn't have anything.
But I know that I know God has placed Job in the family he had for him prior to the foundations of the world. He knew that Job was going to be in this family.
He's become one of the kids, you know. I mean, they fight together and get along together and play together.
You just see him interact with his siblings now. He has a family. He has brothers and sisters. And you can just see how much he enjoys just the delight he has all the time of just having the kids, but also his father and his mother.
He likes to have a good time, you know, and that's, you know, kind of neat, I think. Through all that he's been through, he still likes to have a good time.
If Job had not been dropped off at Mission of Hope, he would be dead today, I'm totally convinced. Where he came from, being described as a wild feral child fixing to die from his medical condition, to see what God's done, that redemption of turning something to good, that's the heart of our God. He takes bad things and makes them good. And so he's done that in Job's life. You can see his redemptive work.